Daniel had everything he ever prayed for: a good job, a beautiful home, and a woman he thought would stay forever. But one morning, he woke up to realize that life can take everything away from you in a single moment. In life, pain doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't knock before entering. It just walks in and changes everything.
Ho, ho, ho!
This is not just a story about loss. It's a story about finding strength when strength is the last thing you have left. Welcome to Life Story Voice. Now let's dive into the main story. Daniel was the kind of man everyone admired. He worked hard, smiled often, and carried himself like nothing could break him.
Ho, ho, ho!
He helped people, gave without expecting anything in return, and believed that kindness was a seed that always grew. But sometimes, life doesn't reward kindness right away, it tests it. It all started the year his company went bankrupt. Daniel had worked there for 9 years, loyal, consistent, the kind of worker who never came late.
Ho, ho, ho!
But when the business collapsed, he wasn't just out of a job. He was out of purpose. Days turned into weeks, and he watched everything he built slowly slip away. He sold his car, sold his furniture, and soon he was living in a small room that barely had space for his bed. But the hardest part wasn't losing his money. It was losing the woman he loved.
Ho, ho, ho!
She said she couldn't stay anymore, that she needed stability, and so, one rainy night, she walked out of his life without looking back. That night, Daniel sat in silence, staring at the ceiling, asking himself what he did wrong. He felt useless, invisible, forgotten for months. Daniel stopped talking to people. He stopped smiling. He even stopped praying.
Ho, ho, ho!
He was angry, not just at the world, but at himself. He thought he had failed at everything. But one night, while sitting alone, something inside him shifted. He realized that maybe this was not the end. Maybe it was the beginning. He picked up an old notebook he once used to write goals in. On the first page, he wrote just 5 words: start again. No excuses. Ever.
Ho, ho, ho!
The next morning, Daniel went out searching for small jobs. He cleaned, repaired, painted, anything that could keep him moving. Each day was hard, but each day built a little bit of his strength back. People started noticing his work, his discipline, his silent determination. Months passed, and his name slowly started spreading. He wasn't the same man anymore. He was stronger, wiser, calmer.
Ho, ho, ho!
One day, a man he had worked for called him into a meeting. That man offered him a partnership, a small business that needed someone trustworthy. Daniel accepted. 2 years later, that business became one of the fastest-growing construction companies in the city. He bought back everything he had lost, but this time, he wasn't the same. He was no longer chasing money or approval. He was chasing peace.
Ho, ho, ho!
The woman who once left him reached out again, asking if they could talk. But Daniel smiled and said, I found myself. That night, Daniel sat in silence again, but this time not in pain. He sat there in gratitude, realizing that losing everything had actually given him everything he truly needed.
Ho, ho, ho!
Pain didn't destroy Daniel. It introduced him to his real strength. It made him understand that real power is not in what you own, it is in what you survive. If you're going through something right now, remember this. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Your pain has a purpose, and one day you'll look back and realize it was all leading you to a better version of yourself.
Ho, ho, ho!
Keep moving, keep believing, and never let a temporary storm convince you that you've lost your way, because sometimes Losing everything is how you finally find yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video for more stories like this.
Ho, ho, ho!